All right, Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing this truth and sincerity, bahasham, rawchaa, qadash. Okay, and, brothers that are in this ministry, okay, being of that hopeful elect, we follow Yahawashi wherever he goes, Lord willing, we be those of that number. No matter what the consequences or the situation, because we know we're coming on perilous times where they're gonna want to defame the Israelites, mainly the elect, because that's really who is gonna be shown for, those are the ones who are going to be persecuted, according to the scriptures. All right, because of our beliefs and what we believe, which is the Bible, and the Bible is contrary to the ways of this world. Okay, and it may seem very strange to the people, but to us, it's a better way of life. It's righteousness, according to Yahawashi. All right, so I want to make this video because we're coming upon a time where they're going to deliver us up, man. They're going to say all manner of things against us. 2/3 of our people, and also these judges and these cops and these magistrates. All right, and they're going to say that we're crazy, man. They're going to say all manner of evil against us, but it's okay. They did it to Yahawashi. They did it to the prophets. I'm going to start in the book of 2 Corinthians 5:13. For whether we be beside ourselves, it is to the Most High. Okay, let's look up that word beside.
Strong's G 1839. Existimi.
Khan. It says to throw out of position, displace, to amaze, to astonish, throw into wonderment. Right. If we be beside ourselves, man, hey, it is to the Most High, man. So if we throw people out of position or amaze them or astonish them or throw them into wonderment, hey, man, it's for the Most High, man. If we seem like this, if we seem to be out of our minds, man, or beside oneself, insane, if we seem to be crazy, it's for the Most High, man. All right. Or whether we be sober, it is for your cause, right? For who? For those that are hearing our word. All right. Lord willing, we be that 144,000. It says
Strong's G 4993. Sophroneo.
To be of sound mind, to be in one's right mind, to exercise control, to put a moderate estimate on oneself, right? We have humility, man. We might sound crazy, but we're actually in our right mind, man. We think soberly, man. Okay. We put a moderate estimation on what we think of ourselves, man. That's having humility. To curb one's passions, right? Because you got to be, dispassionate, man. You got to be objective, I guess, for lack of words, man. You have to have a balance. You have to be temperate, man. For the most part, we are that, But when it comes to Yahawashi, yeah, we'll look crazy, man. Yeah, we look beside ourselves to the world, But in reality, man, we do it all for the elect, man, for the elect's sake, for those that hear after us. All right. We are in our right minds, man. And only those that can get this are going to see that we are in our right minds. The doctrine that we teach, that Yahawashi gave to the apostles of Great Millstone, man, it's of a sound mind. It's sound doctrine. All right. So forget what these people say about us, man. Because they said it about Yahawashi. This is Mark 3. And I'm going to start at 21. Because Yahawashi was doing miracles, man, Yahawashi was casting out evil spirits out of people, and they said he was crazy. All right, this is Mark 3, and I'm gonna start at 20. It says, and the multitude coming together again, so that they could not so much as eat bread. And that multitude is what? It was the disciples, if you see up here. All right, the disciples, because the Lord was doing miracles in front of the disciples also, and also in front of people. So they could not even eat in this passage, the multitude coming together again, so that they could not so much as eat. And when his friends heard of it, they went out to lay hold on him, for they said, he is beside himself. Right. So, people saw Yahawashi, and they said, hey man, he's beside himself, man. All right. They were saying, basically he was insane, man. He was amazing people. He was astonishing them. He was throwing them into wonderment, astounding them. All right. Why? Because he was casting out evil spirits, man. Because if you go up here, it says Mark 3 and 10, for he had healed many, insomuch that they pressed upon him for to touch him, as many as had plagues. Right. So the people wanted to be healed, man. So when they saw Yahawashi, those that believed, hey, the Lord was healing them, man. And people thought that was crazy. It says, and unclean spirits, when they saw him, fell down before him and cried, saying, thou art the Son of the Most High. Right. So the Lord has power over the spirits. All right. Unclean spirits, man. Okay. And, this is crazy to a lot of people, man. A lot of people believe, whatever, madness in here in America, man, in Babylon. 12 verse, and he straightly charged them that they should not make him known. So the Lord told the spirits, hey, don't say anything. There's another account where the Lord was talking to a legion. All right. He asked him what his name. He said it's legion because there's many of us. There was many spirits on that guy, So people fell down and the spirits cried out of them because the spirits were possessing them. And the Lord charged them that, hey, don't make it known who I am. And that's crazy to some people. All right. They said Yahawashi was beside himself. Why? Because they said, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Let me jump to the 22nd verse. And the scribes which came down from Jerusalem said, he hath Beelzebub, and by the prince of devils casted he out devils, man. And then he said, how can Satan cast out Satan? All right. That's what they were saying about Yahawashi, man. That he was beside himself, man. All right. Really, it was envy, man. That they saw the power of Yahawah, man, in Yahawashi. And they hated, man. They hated him without a cause, man. And they hate the elect, man, because the elect is not part of the world. All right. The elect has a special spirit, a special mission. The elect is different from the rest of the world, man. You got light emanating, brothers. You got light emanating in you, man. And when you go places, people, they see that. That's why they single you out. That's why they ridicule you and mock you, because, you standing up for righteousness and you being different towards the world. All right. Even though you might look like and even dress like some of these people, you just are not like them. Your spirit is different, man. And they might call you Beelzebub, man, the prince of devils. All right. They said that because they thought he had an unclean spirit, man. And that's how odd, man. That's how astounding. That's how much we throw people out of position. All right. But they did this to Yahawashi, man. They're going to do it to us, man. This is Matthew 10. Let's see. 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Right. Those that are the household of Yahawah, how much more are they going to call you, man? If you serve the Lord and you believe in him and you're not greater than him. All right. How much more are they going to call you, man? All right. Brothers being having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is contrary to this world, man. They think it's crazy, man, but it's okay, man. If we are crazy, if we are beside ourselves, man, hey, it's for the Most High, man. But really, we're of a sober mind, and the elect knows that. All right, they're gonna do all this to us, man. They did it to the Apostle Paul. All right, you know, they delivered him up to a council to be put to death because they said he was going against Moses and the prophets. All right, let me see. Let me just it's 1 second. This is Acts 26. And 24. And as he thus spake for himself, Festus said with a loud voice, Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning doth make thee mad. Right. All right. So when Paul was delivered up to the council, all right, of governors of Roman, of the King Agrippa, all right, and the governor Felix, and they said he was beside himself, man. Let's look up that word beside him, beside thyself.
Strong's G 3105.
Minomai. All right. It says to be mad, to rave, of one who speaks that he seems not to be in his right mind. And that's what they think, man. They think that we're mad. You know, these devils, watching us on YouTube, we're out there on the highways and hedges. They think that we're mad, man, because we got that zeal. We're out there, prophesying the downfall of Babylon, which is America. All right. Calling out the white man to be the wicked. Okay. That the Bible speaks of. They say that we're mad. They say that we're devils. We're demons. They said, oh, in the name of Jesus Christ, all manner of things they say, man. They try to put curses on us in the name of Jesus. The one who speaks that he seems not to be in his right mind, but we are in our right mind. But if we seem crazy, hey, it's for Yahawashi, man. But we do this for the elect, man. It says, Strong's definition, through the idea of insensate craving, to rave as a maniac, be beside self mad. That's what they say, man, that we're maniacs, man. All right. That's okay. The Lord said these things would happen, man. But hey, man, we're compelled by Yahawah, man. This is Mark 13:9. It says, but take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony against him. Right. All right. So take heed, man, because the time is coming where they're gonna try to snatch us up, man. All right. They're gonna deliver us up to the councils. All right, you got some people in our families that, they're already dropping dimes on brothers. They're already, calling cops and doing all kinds of manner of things.
Strong's G 4892. Sunedrian.
Right. Any assembly of magistrates, judges, ambassadors, whether convened to deliberate or pass judgment. All right. Yeah, any session or assembly or people deliberating or adjudicating. You're going to have that, man. And they did it to the Apostle Paul. But take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to the councils, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them. All right, that time is coming, man, when brothers going to be delivered up, man. All right, to cops and to judges and stuff. They're going to want to, ask you, hey, are you part of that cult, the Israelites? But it's all for Yahawah, man. So we do it. We do it for Yahawah. Okay. They did it to the Apostle Paul, man. Let's go back to the book of Acts 26. All right. A little history on what Paul went through, because Paul went through a lot of things for the kingdom of the Most High. Acts 26:24. And as he thus spake for himself, Festus said with a loud voice, Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning doth make thee mad. And that's what they say, man. Oh, you read that Bible, man, you're going crazy. You know, you too much into that Old Testament, man. You know, read the New Testament. The Old Testament, it doesn't exist anymore. You know, but we know that, you know, we have to eat the whole roll. All right. And what happened to Paul was, if you go to the book of Acts 21, let me get it real quick. Yeah, I was reading about Paul, man, and what he went through, man. You know, they arrested him when he was in Judea, man. And he was in the temple. It says, crying out, man of Israel, help. This is the man that teacheth all men everywhere against the people and the law and this place, and further brought Greeks also into the temple and hath polluted this place. That's what they said about Paul, man. All right, these were charges that the Jews were saying that he was teaching against the Moses and the prophets, and he was being Greeks, which they were Israelites. Okay, but didn't know they were Israelites. You know, they were foreign to the Commonwealth of Israel. They didn't know who they were. They were in that Greek, where the Greeks were what, Edomites. They were in that Greek mind state. Okay, and because our people had lost their heritage, man, and that's what's going on today. We try to teach the people. All we're doing is teaching about Moses and the prophets, man, and Yahawashi, bringing back his elect that are in that dead state, which is that Edomite Greek mind state of do as thou wilt. All right, eating pork, committing adultery, doing all kind of manner of wickedness. These were the accusations that the Jews had. All right, so what they did was they arrested him. All right, and Claudius Lysias wrote a letter to he was a chief captain of the Romans in Judea. He wrote a letter to Felix, you know, because they were trying to kill his life. They were trying to kill Paul. They sought after his life. So, you know, Paul went to by the hand of Felix. They sent him to Caesarea, I believe. All right, and basically, you know, Felix kept him in prison. All right, and the case was open, and then Festus was his successor. All right, after Felix left office, Festus became a successor. All right, and in the I believe it's the 25th chapter, King Agrippa and his sister Bernice, they visit Festus in Caesarea, man, and he gives the account of Paul. All right, and he's not sure what's to do to him, but Paul's pleading his cause because he got delivered up to the council, man. You know, his own people wanted to kill him, man, because, you know, Yahawashi spoke to him, you know, and he was converted, man, because Paul just only believed in the law of Moses, and they thought that it was changing the doctrine, but he wasn't, man. It was just being expounded in a more perfect sense, man. You know, and that's what we're doing. We're expounding this truth in a more perfect way, man, to the power and spirit of Yahawashi. This is Acts 26:6. And now I stand and am judged for the hope of the promise made of the Most High unto our fathers. Right? It was a promise, man, that the Lord will save his people, man, save the elect. You know, ultimately all Israel's going to be saved, but it's going to start with the elect first, man. Unto which promise are 12 tribes instantly serving the Most High day and night. Right? So there's 12 tribes, man, of Israel, you know, in these last days. And even back then, there's, you know, the men coming back on their same lot. They're serving the Most High day and night, man. Okay, that the promise was given to Israel, man. The adoption of sons, because we went off. Now we're getting our heritage back. All right, the ministry. Okay, everlasting life. You know, new bodies. You know, your heart's desires, man. These are promises, for which hope's sake, King Agrippa, I am accused of the Jews. Right, and in the midst of Felix. You know, Felix was Festus, my bad, Salakia. Festus was visited by King Agrippa, and King Agrippa was interested. You know, he was intrigued by the customs of the Jews. All right. Matter of fact, up here in the 26th chapter, it says, I think myself happy, King Agrippa, because I shall answer for myself this day before thee, touching all the things whereof I am accused of the Jews, especially because I know thee to be an expert in all customs and questions which are among the Jews. Wherefore I beseech thee to hear me patiently. So Paul was pleading his cause, man. He was telling them, look, this is what I'm here doing. But these people want to put me to death, man. Just like us. They want to put us to death. They want to say all manner of things against us, man. Deliver us up to the councils, man. Say we're crazy. 26 and 21. Acts 26 and 21. For these causes the Jews caught me in the temple and went about to kill me. Having attained help of the Most High, I continue unto this day, witnessing both to small and great, saving none other things than those things which the prophets and Moses did say should come. Right? Did not Moses say, a prophet shall be raised among you like unto me, and ye shall listen to him? In Deuteronomy? All right. He was talking about Yahawashi, man. All right. So Moses spoke about Yahawashi, but the Jews, they didn't know what was coming, man. They didn't see Yahawashi coming, man, because it wasn't for them. They weren't of the elect, man. This is a special thing, for you to be chosen out of your people to get this truth, and know the real way of Yahawashi, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That Hamashiach should suffer, and that he should be the first that should rise from the dead and should shew light unto the people and to the Gentiles. Right, and that's what Yahawashi did, man. He came back to raise what? The elect of Israel from that dead state, man. Because they were in that Gentile state. They were in that heathenistic state, And as he thus spake for himself, Festus said with a loud voice, Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning doth make thee mad. And that's what they say to us, man. Much learning doth make us mad. We're beside ourselves, man. We're raving. We're lunatics. We're crazy. But he said, I am not mad, most noble Festus, but speak forth the words of truth and soberness, man. Okay? And that's what we do, man. We speak what? Truth and soberness, man. All right? Even though we seem crazy at times. All right? Let's see. I'm ending it off on this. This is 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. 4 and 9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last as they were appointed to death. Right? Because, you make yourself a living sacrifice when you follow Yahawah, man. You have to prepare yourself for temptation. Prepare yourself for people to speak bad about you. Prepare yourself to look like a fool, to look like a lunatic, to look crazy. All right? For we are made a spectacle unto the world. Let's look up that word spectacle. Hey, Paul caused a big scene, man. When Paul came, all right, and was talking bad about in that chapter of Acts about Diana, hey man, they were mad because they were divining and stuff, and he was saying, hey, those are just idols, man. They got crazy, man. He caused a riot. We are made a spectacle unto the world.
Strong's G 2302. Theatron.
A theater, a place in which games and dramatic spectacles are exhibited. Right, man. We out there, the highways and hedges, man. They think this is a theater, man. It's just a show for 2/3 of our people. We're just drama. All right. Dramatic spectacles are exhibited and public assemblies held. Used as a theater, also as a forum, a public show. Right. They think it ain't nothing but a show, man, when we're out there. But hey, we're doing this for what? To help usher in the kingdom of Yahawah. This is a man who is exhibited to be gazed at and made sport of. That's what they think, man. That, we're to be just looked at and to made sport of. We're to be made fun of, It's all a game for Jake, man. But this is life and death. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men. For we are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised, man. All right? Let's look up that word. Fools. Foolish, impious, godless. All right? What does it say down here? It says absurd. All right? That's what they think, man. We're absurd. We're foolish. All right? Let's see. 1 Corinthians 4 and 10. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. We might seem all those things, but if we are anything, we are that for Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. All right. So I hope this video was edifying, and brothers continue to push. pray for one another, man, because hey, these people think we're crazy, man. They see us as they were, we're beside ourselves, man. We're fools. We're absurd, man. We're weak. We're square, man. You know what I mean? They hate us, man. So, hey, but it's, if we, like I say, man, through the spirit, for anything or for Yahawah, Shalom.